That's a panther. That's a panther.
Hey, I was waiting for you to order.
Did you like mine?
Let me see yours. Well, sexy cat. Why look at me like that?
Put too many,
He says he got the sexy cat.
too many sexy cats.
Oh my God! Man,
In franchise history.
You got to feel Billy Lindsay. That's a cat's lifer right there.
That is cat.
That's a cat's lifer. You feel good for Billy Lindsay. You feel good for Randy Moeller, for Steve Goldstein, Doug Plagans, the entire broadcast crew.
Yeah.
Tremendous job by them. Let's get to our headlines. Brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know truck.
I have an urgent,
an
important announcement.
Ooh.
The parade route
Oh, yes.
has been revealed. The Panthers
441,
send a news release.
Yes.
Florida Panthers to host championship celebration Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
June 30th at 11 a.m.
Yes.
Fans invited to celebrate and join the parade route, which begins at A1A and Rio Mar Street in Fort Lauderdale at 11 a.m.
Yep.
There you go.
I love that.
The parade will go along A1A starting at Rio Mar Street, concluding just north of Fort Lauderdale Beach Park, across from Hotel Marin at Southeast 5th Street, where a formal rally stage will take place.
Let's go. I'm
There
there.
you go.
I am there.
Sunday, everybody, 11 a.m. Cats Parade along A1A.
Don't you think Sunrise got to get some love?
What are you gonna do, Leroy? Like, what are you gonna do
I
around the
don't know,
mall?
Okay.
That'd be nice.
You know what we should do?
What?
Fan boat parade.
Fan boat in the Everglades.
No, I'm just saying.
I took the scenic route
the way
today.
they play is there.
Yeah,
Right?
but who wants to go to a parade around a mall?
Leroy,
No,
what are you got a party at the Rainforest Cafe?
Ooh.
I was just like,
Want to do city? Remember that?
Don't they have
That's no longer
Churromania at Sawgrass? That's where I
That's
would
where
go.
you'll be.
We can get free samples. Like we'll have some with the toothpicks.
I liked Evan Rodriguez saying that he's going to make a giant margarita with his Stanley Cup day.
Well,
And-
That's a
and
cool
put his
thing.
child
One
in
day
it,
with the
too.
Stanley Cup.
one day.
Oh,
yeah.
One day.
one day.
How much ice cream can I eat out
In
of that?
Canada.
In Canada.
So good.
I have a hard time.
It's got to have a whole day in
that
Finland,
some
right?
of these places that are just freezing cold right now,
Mhm.
they're saying, I want to do it in Florida.
Is it freezing cold right now in Canada?
Mm.
I don't know what it's like there.
I wanna say yes.
Temperature.
It's always cold in Canada?
Edmonton.
Dude, I was there.
Even the
I went here in college. I went up to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan on my birthday,
53
and it was
degrees.
snowing. So I would imagine,
And there's a fog.
right?
So yeah, again, Panthers parade Sunday, June 30th, 11 a.m.
What a horrible day in Edmonton.
A1A, starting at Rio Mar Street, concluding just north of Fort Lauderdale Beach Park, across from Hotel Marin at Southeast 5th Street. That is where the rally stage will be for everybody planning to get out there Sunday, 11 a.m. Let's get to the rest of our headlines, which is just cats. It's a cat's day.
That's
It's a
right.
cat's day, everybody. All right. We know trucks.
We know trucks.
There you go.
We got that red.
Palmetto
With a panther on
Let's hear from Matthew Tkachuk.
Yeah.
This man is an attitude setter for the Cats. They shipped Huberto off to Calgary. They brought in the fiery Matthew Tkachuk, the emotional leader. Here he was celebrating. ABC getting interviewed after winning the Stanley Cup.
Matthew, you dreamed about this since you were a kid. Now you're here. You're a Stanley Cup champion. How does it compare to what you imagined?
It's not a dream anymore. It's not a dream, it's reality. I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
What can't you believe the most?
I can't believe how good this 2 years have been. I'm so thankful for this group of guys. It's the best. It's the best place. Best guys. It's something really special here with what we have.
We just showed your dad Keith crying. He had a heck of a career, but he never won a Stanley Cup. What does this mean to your family?
there were two moments today that really hit me. One was leaving my house with everybody there, getting walked up by my dad and brother. And I can't even describe how special that feeling was to me. And all I wanted to do was win it, not only for everybody out here, but I really wanted to win it for those two especially. This is a journey that starts with family, and I'm so appreciative to have the best family in the world. And then the other one was Oki telling me about his talk with his 8-year-old son that hit home with me as I was that kid once dreaming, and I'm about to lift the Stanley Cup.
Wow. Woo.
I'm not crying. You're
That's a lot.
Legit
crying.
goosies
Good.
right now, dude. Legit.
Goosies.
Oh my God.
That was good. That was so good. There were so many moments in the post game that you can tell that this really resonated with a lot of them.
Yeah, it's really cool. We have a tweet from Roberto Luongo. 2 tweets actually. Who, by the way, has never I think acknowledged that it is his Twitter account.
We just know it is.
We just know that it is. It's at Strombone. And it says, what a night. And he's hoisting Lord Stanley Leroy. And then, well, I can't read this all on the air, but let's just say he tweeted, I banged the bleep out of that drum.
I honestly thought he was gonna break it.
Oh God.
And nobody cared because it was him.
Yeah. I
Right?
wish he would have.
That's who bangs the drum.
Yeah.
That's how you get to bang the drum to where nobody's paying attention
It's like, I don't
to how
know.
you're banging the drum. Just bang it, baby. Just go ahead on and get the drum.
Oh, he was so fired up. He got everybody just jacked up with that situation. And then just for him, man, like, you know, he never got there as a player. Got very close. Of course, you had those damn riots in Vancouver. But legitimately, like your first guy to get it in the rafters, and he becomes part of the Panthers front office, the whole goaltending committee and all that stuff, helping out Pilzito, who we'll hear from here in a second, and we'll hear from Bobby Lou in just a second. But yes, I agree, Roberto.
Who did you want to hear from the most?
You banged the Bob.
Bob?
Yeah.
I would say Paul Maurice.
I was gonna say Paul because
Yeah,
he's
because
been
that-
dropping.
But well,
gems.
Paul
I
Maurice
thought he would
is-
lose. I wanted to see him break character.
Yeah.
He
broke
his
Yeah.
moment,
character.
him just like he was legitimately like had that thing for what, like it felt like a minute just straight of just looking at the cup,
Yeah.
soaking in the cup. Yeah,
Cursing-
that
Cursing at the
got a
cup.
little dusty in the old Tobin house.
When they handed it towards him.
That's really why you
That
sent
was
Tommy to bed. You just didn't want him to
Like
witness you
that's
crying.
what to me. That's what sports is.
But it was
When
Spencer Knight who
when
gave it to him, correct? From what-
Spencer
what I
Knight was in
remember.
the
Spencer
house.
Knight was there. Yeah,
such
that
a
was cool. That was a
juicy
cool moment.
That was
Right.
very nice.
But when you generally feel good, genuinely feel good
Genuinely.
for somebody else's success. We hear it in sports all the time, but I think when we watch these guys with the relationships that we've had, or we hear from them every day and whatever, I really felt good for Paul Maurice.
Absolutely.
26 years at it. He never made it about him, ever, right? Even to this day, he still says, you don't win it, you share it. Go ahead. You no. There has not been one person to come into this organization that has changed the way they have played more than Paul Maurice.
Yeah.
And it took some time,
Mhm.
because I can recall a couple of people weren't happy about the way they started.
Guilty. But I apologize to him last year.
Right. And then all of a sudden it clicked. And for about a year and a half, they have been the best hockey team in hockey.
Dr. Toboggan says the way he raised the cup was pure goosies. It was,
It
dude.
was wonderful.
He like
Yeah.
soaks it in.
Right.
Here's Bobby Lou, by the way, for our viewing audience. This is him just banging the holy hell out of the drum yesterday. He looked like he snorted hockey before he went up there.
Yeah.
Chip, I'm all jacked up on Mount Bobby Lou.
He put full force.
Like
into
that drum nearly broke.
No,
It nearly broke.
it won't break.
I think that was the best
I'm
option.
telling you, I'm pretty sure he would have.
You can't break that drum. I've seen
It's a big drum.
like Fonz was in a band. You can't break that drum.
I love
tried,
Wade.
though.
I
He
love
tried.
He
Marino.
really tried.
Don't know if they would have been able to do what he did.
This drum was probably like, oh, and the drum after this is a drum a game after Jack Nicklaus. He goes, it was easy times last time. Whoa!
Why do
You
you
see the
gotta
drum
keep
is
going
like,
back to him
whoa!
like
It's
that?
like the drum's looking up like, this Bobby Lou got some evil intentions.
Rick, what's going on, Rick?
So can you imagine the mindset that before you walk on the ice, when this buzzer goes at the end of the third, you're either lower than whale dung or you're on top of the clouds.
Yeah.
I have never in my 71 years of following sports seen such a disparity going into the championship game where that team could have been the worst choking dogs in the history of sports or the greatest in the NHL this year. I have never seen that before in my life. And I was praying that all of South Florida wouldn't have to feel that choke job. I love the Panthers, and I want to correct Leroy on something. And I'm going to imitate Leroy. Can I just say this?
So
It
good.
was the trade for Matthew Tkachuk that changed this team, not Paul Maurice. I love Paul Maurice, but the guts to trade a 115-point player for Matthew Tkachuk, Bill Zito, you are the best in the world.
Good point.
There you go.
Excellent
Thanks,
point.
Rick.
I can't argue that.
No,
That-
it all goes
like,
hand in hand.
That would be it's if you tell me that it was bringing in Matthew Tkachuk, I mean, samesies.
You guys want to see an adorable picture?
Oh, yeah.
Always.
I would love to.
It's Barkov on a golf cart with a bottle of Perrier.
Well, because look at them eyes. Look at them eyes. That's because that's all his body said. No more. Let's take a break.
Tap machine.
Tap machine. Oh, look.
He's hurting. Right
Listen,
That-
I
is that
wonder
con-
how many of those could wear those shoes where they're going when they go home.
Oh, dude. I don't know how cold it gets in Finland.
Do you think he wears
What?
those to the airport?
Do I think what?
That he wears those to the airport?
Dude, most hockey places, it gets really cold.
So they all have to go to Vegas? Like, are they all
Definitely.
going to Vegas? They're all going to go to Vegas, yeah, before the parade?
More
I mean, why-
partying.
why
More
wouldn't
partying.
you?
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's the
What are you
place you go.
talking
They're
about?
going to Vegas.
You
'cause-
think the Cup's
well,
going to Vegas?
he's got to
You
get
know
his,
what?
He won. He got to get a damn award.
You know what? You know what I would do? I would go as a team. I'd be suited and booted, and I'd walk up in the award ceremony with the Stanley Cup.
Oh,
dude! Walk in there with the
That's the
Stanley Cup.
best way.
You won the
Jeez.
Stanley Cup. It does not leave your side.
You guys look over to Connor McDavid and be like, how's that lumberjack award that you got over there, dude?
How's that tree they carved?
How's that,
They
how's that,
whittled.
how's that piece of wood that you have?
The
Oh,
charcuterie
no,
board.
you have to bring it in there, right?
Of course.
You have to.
Of course. What's bringing
Who's
the
going to be the happiest draftee? The one that gets drafted to the Stanley Cup. It's like, yeah, it doesn't always work that way, though. I got drafted right after they went to the AFC Championship game, and we were 3-13.
Don't put that vibes out.
I'm not
there.
putting that
What are
vibe
you
on. I'm
doing
just
here,
saying.
dude?
It'd be great if you
I
just
was
see
so happy.
Sergei Bobrovsky just spent all of Russia this offseason. He comes back just fat. He goes, oh, Sonny.
No,
There's no shot that happens.
I
but
think they like staying here.
of course.
Right.
He's gonna we're gonna see that that Stanley Cup on a boat every weekend.
Wouldn't it be something if Tkachuk and from Boston brought their championships to their little middle school?
Oh,
Tatum. Yeah. Huh?
Yeah,
No. I mean, I
That'd
like
be cute.
it's just cool, right?
it's cool.
Like, it's like,
Objectively
listen,
cool.
Regardless of what you think of, I'm looking at it more along the lines of Tkachuk than Tatum.
Yeah,
It would just
You
be
keep
cool.
going back
Could
to
you
it.
imagine being a middle school and say, all right, today we have show and tell. Lord Stanley and NBA championship. Like, who gets that?
Yes, sunshine. Is it true that the Boston Celtics beat nobody and the Panthers had to beat all the best teams and the best player? Isn't that true? Is that true?
not now, Billy.
Why is the fourth best player bringing it to us? Is Jaylen Brown with him?
Where's the guy with the broken teeth?
He got baby mouth like me.
Is it true you guys didn't even celebrate in your own city?
Wouldn't it be something if they walked in and all the kids were chewing a mouthpiece? Like, to get here to welcome Matthew Tkachuk, we're gonna all get a mouthpiece and chew on it.
All right, kids, who wants to learn how to get into a fight?
Yes, right.
So what you do is you pull the jersey over their head.
Yes.
Come over here, Tatum. Come on. Because I don't want to do that. No, come on. Don't be a weenie. For
It'll
the
be fun.
kids. For the kids.
Don't be a weenie.
Oh my goodness.
Take a break. Back after this. Things are going wild, Leroy. We
This
are watching
song will last forever.
ever.
It's
Forever.
amazing. Like how
We-
good a song is that anytime somebody wins a championship at any level, this song is played, right?
It's Goosies.
Dude, it's Goosey's on
show me the
top of
picture.
Goosey's.
Show me the picture. Come on,
Which one?
Lomberg.
Well, I got a bunch to show you. I got a bunch.
No. I want to see the Lomberg picture.
Well,
He says I'm gonna make fun of Lomberg.
no. You're gonna make fun of him in a video
Oh.
because you're
Aw,
gonna height shame him. Is what you're
No,
gonna.
I'm not.
Oh,
But here is
No, I'm not. I won't hate shame him.
this is Ryan Lomberg
Whoa!
with the cut.
Look at him. What are you talking about? I can't make fun of that.
Shredded.
Wow.
Shredded.
He is shredded.
He's 170, but that's okay.
He is.
170.
Oh my god.
Woo.
Wow. Okay.
It's like he's struggling.
Oh,
Wow, I mean,
everybody said that last. Everybody's like, I cannot believe.
Who's the little kid standing next to him?
That's not a little kid.
he's on his knees.
He's on his knees.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Waiting for his
He's
drink.
getting the
He's-
drink.
oh.
Waiting for his drink. Okay, we have an update on Lord Stanley.
Oh, do we?
It's on the beach. I saw it crossing A1A.
Lord Stanley has crossed into the ocean.
Oh,
Lord Stanley is
it's in the
Listen,
ocean.
Lord
You have listen. If you win a championship,
Okay, wait, but
if you win a championship in Florida,
hold on. But did you see
It
how
has to be
beautiful
on the
those
beach.
waters look?
It looks great. It,
Wow, it
it-
looks
it is
great,
a
right?
perfect South
Where's-
Florida day.
Wow, dude.
A perfect
how
South
much
Florida
security
day.
you think they got around them?
I don't know.
So
It doesn't
I
look
really
like that
don't even
much.
know. I
I'm
don't
pretty
see
sure our
any.
I
friend
think
has
that,
to be
I-
there,
that
right?
dude, Michael Bolt, is that his name?
Yeah, he's there.
yeah.
He's
He
got to
has
be.
to be there.
He's probably like, oh man, Tkachuk, those guys make me nervous.
How great is that, dude? And
Oh.
right now, by the way, the weather in Edmonton is 53 degrees and foggy.
What's the weather here,
man.
actually?
Imagine getting off the plane and you just see like
This is a video from hold on one second.
it's touched the water, dude. That is amazing.
It's amazing. What a day. This is from David954 FLA on Twitter. This
Love
is Matthew Tkachuk reaching the ocean with the cup.
He has a belt.
He has
too.
the championship belt. He has the championship belt with him. Tkachuk, who is like,
Traded
I got the
belt.
hell out of Calgary for this.
Yeah!
He didn't. Wait. You know what would have been funny if he looked back and went, Leroy.
Yeah.
He is in the ocean right now. He's hoisting it over his head. He gives it a smooch.
Oh my! Is that not going to be the best picture?
At this
in
point,
Stanley Cup history?
they're numb, right? They're numb.
Do you
Oh,
think
just
they
a-
slept?
You
at
just
all?
mean
No,
from
not
alcohol?
at all.
Yeah,
What?
they're just numb.
Oh my God. How many drinks have already been in that cup? It's
Look,
amazing.
you know, everybody got to get their favorite drink: champagne,
Of course.
beer.
Cup was baptized.
Did you see what happened with Big Walt last night? Keith Tkachuk in the locker room. They never won the cup. Never won cup. So the Tkachuk name finally gets to go on Lord Stanley. But last night in the locker room, they allowed him
To touch the cup.
to not only to touch the cup, but they gave him Mr. Tkachuk a big
That's beautiful.
dose of beer right there in the locker room.
Whoa! Hold on.
and now
that
you see
is-
why all the Tkachuks fight,
And then
because that's dad. That's
yeah,
the leader.
That's dad. That's dad. He's-
there is 1 inch of beer in
Yes.
the locker room.
There's
right
a
now.
flood in there.
It's a flood. Yeah, you're gonna need new carpets. You're gonna
Yeah,
unless
for
they've
sure.
lined that with just tremendous amount of
Wow.
plastic. Woo. Lomberg's going nuts in the background. What a time! To
He's
be
like the only one shirtless too, which is hilarious.
of course. He's
Whoa,
I,
whoa,
I,
whoa,
I,
hey.
and he's loading back up on more. Lomberg's like more. ale!" What a
So great,
time,
dude.
dude! This is so much fun. Can we hear from Bill Zito?
Yes.
Bill
Oh
Zito
my goodness. Did
yesterday.
he calm down? No. Is he calmed down yet?
I bet he better not,
No, you know what I mean. Calm down. He was losing his mind.
dude. He's intense.
He's
He's
very
intense.
It's a very intense man.
the most intense person. Wait, think about this. Can the most intense person in your building, when all this is going on, be your GM?
Whew.
right? Because everybody else, listen, nobody else panicked. Not one player, not a coach, nobody else panicked. Right?
Yep.
The GM was losing his mind.
Here is Bill Zito yesterday.
Bill, so many of the guys talked about how special this group of players was. Tell me about the identity you were looking to build in the Florida Panthers.
I think the perfect example of that was earlier in the series, Matthew gave a game puck to our team services guy. I won't tell you why. That doesn't happen. That's leadership, that's kindness, that's how all these guys treat each other. I know it's a superlative, and I know you hear it every time someone wins something, but it's different.
So what type of players are you looking for?
Good ones. 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. We only have 3 days now, right? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and the draft is Friday. So it's we're very blessed with our coaching staff and our players, and Vinny empowers us, and it's really humbling, and it's really, I don't know, everybody who's done it says to you, now you know it's like when you don't know what love is until you have a kid, right? And the baby comes out like, oh, I don't know what, that's kind of how I feel.
You took a chance and hired Paul Maurice. Why was he the right man? Okay, so tell me, why was he the right man for this group?
Well, if you ever interact with him, you can tell right away. He has the hockey acumen. Most importantly, his character, he's perceptive, and he has emotional intelligence, and he knows how to treat people and get the most out of guys.
What's the most gratifying part about this for you?
I have my dad here.
I'm glad you can go celebrate with him. Thank you, Bill.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Goosies.
That's Bill Zito yesterday with Emily Kaplan on ABC. What a time. What a time. We got some more footage of the great crossing. If you guys, we're going to throw a lot of this stuff up on our YouTube. If you guys want to see right now, we're streaming live on YouTube and Twitch, Miami 560 WQAM. You guys can get in on the chat. Schmiethan says, man up, Zito. He is. He's got a 9 a.m. meeting.
I don't think he gets an exception.
Hey, Schmiethan.
Just won the championship.
Schmiethan, he ain't letting up on nobody.
Ruthless, dude. Ruthless. But this is the parade. You can see the real parade's coming up on Sunday. An unofficial parade going on right now in Fort Lauderdale Beach. This is the cross over to the ocean right now. Everybody watching the Stanley Cup go to the Atlantic Ocean.
This is probably the coolest thing I've seen the Stanley Cup do, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you're in Florida, you win the Stanley Cup, it has to go to the beach, right?
Definitely.
Has to.
Oh no, look, there's people holding them off.
There's people who
Everybody hold back.
Yeah.
Everybody back.
Yeah.
There is one couple there.
There's cops. Look at the cop right there.
No idea about any hockey.
But the thing that's fun about it, man, is like it's really cool to just see like everybody's just having fun right now. You know, like they're amongst the people that
nobody's doing nothing stupid.
Nobody's doing anything stupid.
Crazy. Right.
Everyone looks pretty calm. Like no one is pushing each other.
Nah, it's cool.
That's good.
Everybody's relaxed. You know, perfect way to celebrate a Tuesday.
It's so amazing.
There's no work getting done right now.
Tacos
No work.
and the Tkachuks.
If I didn't work in sports radio, I definitely would have called out today. I feel like we're celebrating here. So, same thing.
Now, you know what? The team picture should be on the sand. As you know how they all sit around the Stanley Cup after the game?
They almost forgot Bob yesterday.
What?
Bob was getting interviewed.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're taking the picture. And Bob's like, hey! He like ran around and he had to slide in there. They almost forgot Bobrovsky.
That's it. Lord Stanley, meet Fort Lauderdale Beach.
Oh, delightful. We'll take a break, everybody. Streaming live on YouTube and Twitch, 95.6 WQM, and on the Odyssey app. We'll get to some of your calls as well. 305-567-0560. Back after this.
On tour. Best goalie in the world, best the trophies. Diamond says with his blockers, call it Bobbery. Cannot wait until he's hoisting Lord Stanley. Every puck getting stopped by Bobrovsky. Every puck getting stopped by Bobrovsky. Every puck getting stopped by Bobrovsky.
Oh,
Stuff.
Montour.
That's my favorite
You
part.
know, every
Champ!
single time they mentioned Montour yesterday,
That's what you thought of?
I heard your voice.
Gustav Montour.
So happy. I'm so happy today. South Florida should be happy, everybody. You guys can get in here, 305-567-0560. Your Florida Panthers, they are Stanley Cup champions. They are right now over on Fort Lauderdale Beach. Lord Stanley has been in the ocean. It has been pouring drinks at the Elbow Room. There's a parade Sunday on A1A, 11 a.m. The team announced today. And we're having some fun, baby. We are having some fun here. We will get to some more cat talk. Of course, coming up, brought to us by our friends over at Celsius. RVA Richie!
Oh, my God, Tobin. Apparently, I'm taking cat fever to a new level. I stupidly went onto a website, and I ordered a Panthers championship shirt. It wasn't Timo, it was Zumo. Cat fever!
Cat fever! There you go, RVA Richie. He's fired up today. Pete, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, buddy, listen, just to show you what kind of media town we live in. My kid said, hey, Dad, pick up a paper for me. Want that forever.
Okay.
When we looked and looked and looked, finally found the Miami Herald. And you know what's in the front? The flag of Germany. It's not even on the sports section front cover. You got to go about 2 pages in, and it's in black and white. You want to talk about an ad house that should be covered in the Miami Herald? What a disgrace. Thank you, guys.
Get it together, Miami Herald.
What's going on?
That's true. I think that is a good idea, though. Newspaper. We don't really have that, you know? For the
you want like those are the old school things.
Right.
Yeah, you get to you put it up there.
Front page.
I'm telling you one thing though. I'm sure there'll be a later cover today. Because you can't like print the cover. Like what is it? 11 a.m.
What are we doing here?
It takes time to print a paper. You know?
He's angry at the
newspaper. He's very mad. He couldn't find any newspapers.
That's fair. I mean, he
couldn't find any newspapers.
That's a good point.
They had time.
Okay, J Fig demands her paper.
Come on, don't they do that for the Miami Heat when they win?
Well, that's the thing. You know, it's been quite some time. Newspapers gone a different direction since then.
Man,
absolutely no. Because guess what? Technology has gotten better. So
what a time. 560. You're on the air. Hello.
Yo, it's what I do.
Hey, what?
Hey, we got cat fever over here. It's what I do.
You got cat fever? Wait. You sure?
Yeah, we got cat fever.
You got a little bark off? Give me a little bark off.
That's great. That guy's been partying all night. That's what it is.
That guy's he's either drunk or I don't know what the hell's going on there.
Actually, he may have something for real.
That's possible. 560. What's your name?
Hello.
Hey, buddy. What's your name? Tobin.
Anthony Manzano.
Hey, Anthony. You're on the air, buddy.
Last name like that.
I have a question for you guys. With the Conn Smythe Award, do you guys think because of the controversy that they gave it to a player on a losing team like McDavid, should they actually have MVP awards for the conference and Stanley Cup separately like they do for other sports?
I mean, it doesn't happen very often. I mean, like that, it was a weird thing though, like that they seemingly decided in the middle of the series, win or lose, he was going to get that trophy just because of, his point total. And again, his point total was excellent, but his team needed him all the way and he wasn't there yesterday. So I don't understand how Sergei Bobrovsky can have the performances that he has had all playoffs as well. And that gets overlooked like it's nothing when it obviously was something, but
they almost backed their mouths.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this to be honest. I think the reason why Bob doesn't get the respect he does is because the national media of hockey media specifically doesn't consider Florida a traditional hockey market.
I don't disagree with you.
And
I don't disagree with you. I think that was, first of all, it was very noticeable yesterday. It was the Edmonton Oilers pregame show.
Yep.
Which like I get it, they got Messier, but it was all about the Edmonton Oilers. All I saw were shots of Edmonton Oilers. You would have thought there were no Panthers fans in there. So I definitely think that plays a part, buddy. I think that definitely was, they had decided in the middle of the series, this guy is great. And he is great. Don't get me wrong. I'm not disrespectful. I'm not going to do the thing where I hose him down.
This situation is not his doing.
No, it's not. But it did feel very much like that coronation had happened with the back-to-back 4-point games. And I'm just like, okay, hey, great performance. But you guys held Bob's stinkers, which weren't even really like that bad. You held those against him more so than lifted up his great performances.
Right.
And
I mean, just think, if they gave him the Conn Smythe, then how great was Bob shutting him down the first 3 games?
Right.
And they don't like, they didn't look at it that way. They just looked at, but again, when you see the way that they have praised him from the beginning, they almost wrote a check that they asked couldn't cash. And that was their way of cashing that check by giving him the Conn Smythe. Because they have been like, and it's not, listen, it's not McDavid's fault. Like, it's not on him. He's great. He's awesome. He's fun to watch.
Of course.
He's a lightning in a bottle.
He terrified me.
But what should have been the story that should have been told is what the Panthers did to that team, that fast, that excel in the third period of this past game, right? They looked exhausted. I mean, he could do nothing. And that's where you tip your hat to the champs and say, you know what? As great as Connor McDavid was, right? These Panthers shut him down for a majority of the series.
Absolutely.
And that's a fact. But instead, they talked about the amount of points that he got, and those 2 games.
I don't even think, but like, do you think at the end of it, like, I'm sure he's honored, but like, do you think he wants that award?
No.
Like,
it's a reminder of you losing.
Like, do you think he really wants to look at that stupid wood trophy?
They can say this, and this is what I would say if I was on the other side of that. We were down 3-0, and most teams fold up. And we got it to a game 7 and we lost 2-1.
Of course, it was an honorable performance to get your team like that, because a lot of teams would have crumbled. But
here's the other thing people don't understand: the Conn Smythe is a playoff. It's not just the finals.
It is, but come on.
I mean, I know, but I'm just saying. I'm just like, I don't know what to make of that, because we don't like. You're pretty much guaranteeing the Conn Smythe is going to go to one of the 2 final teams.
Sergei Bobrovsky was the overwhelming favorite once we got to until game 4, and then the odds flipped to McDavid after game 5, and that's like what it felt like it was.
They were just waiting for it, Yeah.
Right. Don't forget, Bob also had the greatest save we've ever seen against
the Bobbery.
The Bobbery.
It's amazing. It has a name.
Yes.
560. You're on the air. Oh, he's gone. All right. Well, don't worry about it then. I'm just loving watching social media right now, Leroy. Everybody's going berserk. The cup is on the loose. It's going crazy. Did we hear from Bobby Lou yesterday?
Yes.
Banged the bleep out of that drum. This was him on Sportsnet.
Roberto, you waited a long time for this. What was the feeling like hosting the Stanley Cup over your head?
I don't know. I don't really remember it. It was so amazing just looking at everybody, and it doesn't feel real right now. It's put in a lot of work, whether that's on the ice or off the ice last few years, but finally we got there, so it's an unbelievable feeling.
You lived an incredible journey as a goaltender in the net. I mean, what's the journey been like working the front office and trying to help get the organization to this point?
It's been a blast. I love doing it. I love building teams. I love putting pieces of the puzzle together, making it fit, building a great group of guys like this. And just to see it pay off like this at the end is an unbelievable, rewarding feeling.
Banging the drum before the game here tonight. I mean, when was the last time you were that fired up?
I don't know. I don't think I was ever that fired up. I really wanted to. I've had a lot of pent-up emotion over the last week, so I needed to let that out.
And you had a big hug for Sergei Bobrovsky here after the game ended. What did you say to him?
Just so happy for him and proud of him, the way he responded. Obviously, the last week hasn't been easy, but in the biggest moment, he came through, so it was great.
Just one final one, Roberto. Obviously, we're broadcasting back in Canada. You have so many fans in Vancouver. You're Olympic gold medalist. Any message for the fans north of the border?
I just want to thank, especially the people of Vancouver, for their support. I've received a lot of messages over the last 2 months. People rooting for me, so I'm truly grateful for them. And I always enjoy going back there. Look forward to going back there next season.
Roberto, congrats.
Thank you.
Goosies, dude. What a time.
Goosey.
Why are you looking at me like
I'm
that?
just happy, man.
I'm happy. You look
I can't say nothing to you. Any conversation that is about your boy, I'm gonna just watch you get all warm and fuzzy.
I'm happy. I'm happy for him. I'm happy that was a cool moment. I don't know if you saw that, but him and Roberto hugging afterwards.
I'm more than sure they had a ton of conversations.
They've both been on both ends of that. Of
Right.
like, hey, you're the greatest thing ever. Hey, you're a
Right.
bum. Get the hell out of town.
Exactly. Which is like sucks. You know what I mean? Like it's funny because if you're an athlete, right, and the fans love you and you choose to go somewhere else, you're then hated. If you struggle for a week or so, you're hated. Like you can either be loved or that's it. Right? There's no, come on, buddy, get through it. You know, like, no, there's none of that.
Crazy, man. Jonathan, what's going on, dude?
Tobin,
Yes, sir.
I need you to call a doctor for me because I got a fever.
Are you
And
all right?
the only cure is more championship.
Hey, before we start asking for more, let's enjoy this one. Holy smokes.
Nah, I want more.
Greedy. I'm a greedy little pig.
Yeah, well, I'm not, listen, I'm enjoying this.
We're favorites for next year. Us in Dallas.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
What about McJesus?
No.
No?
No, he's favored to win the Conn Smythe somehow. That's very crazy. Oh, they've already got the voting for next year.
560, you're on the air. What's your name?
Hello.
Hey, hello.
Hi. I was waiting for the rest.
I thought his sound effects, did they crap out?
I
going on?
guess. I don't know. I was actually waiting.
He's got the same
before-
sound guy as Alanis Morissette. Take a break. Back with more shenanigans. Celebratory day here on Tobin and Leroy and WQAM, your home of the Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. Back after this.